FBI agents had no idea what they were about to uncover when they entered Hackman's estate. They were utterly shocked by what was hidden within the famous actor's property. The bodies of Hollywood legend Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, were discovered inside their home in New Mexico. Gene Hackman was always known for his unforgettable roles, but his private life remained shrouded in mystery. This discovery has raised countless questions about his past and what may have been hidden for years. Could this be a long-buried mystery, a lost treasure, or something even darker? As more details emerge, people around the world are left wondering about the real Gene Hackman behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Join us as we uncover the shocking details of what was found inside his estate. A mysterious aura surrounds the death of two-time Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, after their bodies were discovered inside their sprawling mansion in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Initially, authorities stated that there were no signs of foul play, and preliminary reports suggested that carbon monoxide poisoning could be the cause. However, as investigators took a closer look, they quickly noticed several anomalies and decided to launch a full-scale investigation. Unusual details at the scene left authorities puzzled. Two maintenance workers, arriving for a routine check, found the front door wide open, an unsettling detail that raised questions about whether someone had entered or exited before their arrival. In the yard, two dogs roamed freely, while another was found dead in its kennel, adding yet another layer of mystery to the case. As investigators searched the home, they were stunned to find the Hackmans' bodies exhibiting signs of natural mummification, suggesting they had been deceased for a significant period without anyone realizing it. Gene Hackman was found near the back door, with a cane and a pair of sunglasses beside him, suggesting that he may have been trying to go outside or seek help at the time of his death. Meanwhile, Betsy Arakawa was discovered in the bathroom, lying on the floor near the sink, surrounded by scattered pills and an open medication bottle. This raised speculation that she may have suffered a drug overdose, experienced a severe health issue, or that something even more concerning had taken place. However, one striking detail stood out. There were no signs of forced entry or violence on either of the bodies. A veteran investigator expressed his bewilderment over the case. In my entire career, I've seen thousands of death scenes, but I have never encountered anything this bizarre. Two people dying at the same time, with no clear cause and in such an unusual state of preservation. When federal investigators arrived at the scene, they too were visibly shaken. A source close to the investigation remarked, "We're used to handling bodies in all kinds of conditions, but this scene was truly different. The level of decomposition, it was as if time had stopped inside that house." Authorities are currently awaiting autopsy results to determine the true cause of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa's deaths. Police are not ruling out any possibilities, including natural causes, an accident, or even a carefully orchestrated homicide. The deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa have raised numerous unanswered questions, with a series of theories emerging to explain the tragedy. When police arrived at the scene, they noticed several unusual details. The front door was wide open, the two bodies were found in different locations within the house, and various personal items, including a cane, sunglasses, and a bottle of prescription medication, were scattered across the room. With no clear evidence pointing to a definitive cause, investigators have explored multiple possibilities, ranging from natural causes and accidental death to the potential involvement of a third party. Initially, some suspected that the couple's deaths might have been caused by carbon monoxide poisoning, a common culprit behind sudden fatalities in enclosed spaces. However, after a thorough inspection by the gas company, no signs of a gas leak were found in the house. Preliminary autopsy results also showed no evidence of carbon monoxide poisoning. Despite this, Hackman's daughter has not completely ruled out the possibility, suggesting that an unidentified environmental factor may have played a role in her parents' health. On the bathroom counter, police discovered scattered pills next to an open bottle of prescription medication, raising suspicions that Betsy Arakawa may have overdosed. If she had a chronic illness or experienced a state of panic after noticing something unusual, an overdose could not be ruled out. However, Gene Hackman was found in a completely different part of the house, far from Betsy, which makes this theory less convincing. If this had been a case of a mutual overdose, they likely would have been found together rather than in separate locations. At 95, Gene Hackman had a history of heart disease. One possibility being considered is that he may have suffered a stroke or fallen inside the house. Evidence suggests he was found near the back door, with a fallen cane and a pair of sunglasses nearby, indicating that he may have lost his balance and collapsed. If this were the case, Betsy Arakawa might have panicked or become so overwhelmed with grief that it led to her own sudden death. However, without concrete evidence to support this scenario, medical test results are needed to determine their exact health conditions at the time of death. Another theory suggests that if Gene Hackman passed away first, either due to illness or an accident, Betsy Arakawa might have fallen into despair and taken her own life with medication. However, the scene lacked a suicide note or any signs of intentional planning, which are often present in such cases. Additionally, if she had truly intended to end her life after Hackman's death, why were their bodies found in separate locations? These unanswered questions make this theory seem less plausible. One suspicious detail was the front door being open when police arrived. This raised concerns about the possibility that someone had entered or exited the home before the bodies were discovered. However, there were no signs of forced entry or struggle, nor any concrete evidence indicating an intruder had been present. Still, investigators are reviewing phone records, emails, and recent communications to determine whether the couple had interacted with anyone suspicious in the days leading up to their deaths. Forensic testing is ongoing, but results may take weeks or even months to provide definitive answers. In the meantime, the public and the family continue to wonder what really happened to Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. This remains an unsettling mystery, filled with clues but lacking clear explanations. Was this simply a tragic accident, a series of unfortunate health-related events, or is there something more hidden beneath the surface? Only when the autopsy and forensic investigations are complete will the truth behind this case finally come to light. The passing of Gene Hackman at the age of 95 has left a deep sense of sorrow among his family, friends, and colleagues who had the chance to work with him. His daughter, Elizabeth Hackman, shared in an interview with TMZ that the family is still awaiting the official investigation results, but she believes carbon monoxide poisoning may have been the cause of the tragedy. This was something no one saw coming. My father was still very healthy, and there were no signs of any significant decline in his health before he passed away, she said. A local gas company also confirmed that they are working with authorities to check for potential gas leaks in Hackman's home. Leslie Ann Hackman, another of his children, also expressed her grief over her father's passing. Speaking to the Daily Mail, she mentioned that despite his advanced age, Hackman remained in great physical condition thanks to his regular Pilates and yoga routines multiple times a week. He walked every day and maintained a healthy lifestyle, so we were truly shocked when we got the news, Leslie shared. While Gene Hackman's passing, though heartbreaking, was somewhat understandable given his age, the death of his 63-year-old wife, Betsy Arakawa, raises more questions. They had a very happy marriage. I truly believe Betsy played a huge role in helping him maintain his health and positive spirit, Leslie added. Gene Hackman married Faye Malt in 1956, and the couple had 3 children before divorcing in 1986. Faye Malt passed away in 2017. Later, in 1991, he married Betsy Arakawa, and the two remained together for more than 3 decades. After stepping away from Hollywood, Hackman lived a private life, spending time with his wife in New Mexico and rarely making public appearances. In recent years, he had only been seen a few times attending a comedy show or shopping near his home. Hackman's daughters, Elizabeth and Leslie, along with his granddaughter Annie, released a statement to People, expressing their profound loss. While millions admired him for his incredible acting talent, to us he was simply a father and a beloved grandfather. His passing leaves a void that can never be filled, and we are truly heartbroken. Hackman's career, spanning more than 4 decades, left an undeniable impact not only on his fans but also on his colleagues in the industry. Clint Eastwood, who both acted alongside and directed Hackman in Unforgiven, 1992, shared his condolences. There was no actor more talented than Gene, Every performance he gave was authentic, powerful, and deeply moving. He was a true legend. Morgan Freeman, a longtime friend, also paid tribute on social media. Gene Hackman wasn't just a great actor, he was an incredible human being. I learned so much from him, both in my career and in life. He will always be remembered. Gene Hackman's passing remains a shock to many, but his legacy is undeniable. How did he go from an ordinary man to one of Hollywood's most respected actors, leaving behind a body of work that will be cherished for generations? Let's take a look back at his legendary journey. Gene Hackman was not welcomed into Hollywood with open arms. While studying at the Pasadena Playhouse, one of the most prestigious performing arts schools in the U.S., he was often dismissed by both classmates and instructors. In fact, he was even labeled as one of the students least likely to succeed. But rather than letting these doubts discourage him, Hackman used them as motivation to push forward in his pursuit of acting. During this time, he formed a close friendship with Dustin Hoffman, a fellow aspiring actor, and together they embarked on the difficult journey of breaking into the notoriously tough entertainment industry. In the early years of his career, Hackman faced relentless rejection during auditions. He didn't fit Hollywood's glamorous standards at the time, and his acting style had yet to gain recognition. Still, he refused to give up. He took on small roles in theater productions and television shows, continually refining his craft and proving his dedication to the art of acting. His big break came in 1967 when he starred in Bonnie and Clyde, one of the most groundbreaking films of the 1960s. His portrayal of Buck Barrow, Clyde's brother, earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, propelling him into the industry's spotlight. However, his true rise to legendary status was yet to come. Just 4 years later, The French Connection, 1971, cemented Hackman's place in Hollywood history. Playing Popeye Doyle, a relentless and gritty cop, he delivered a powerhouse performance that won him the Academy Award for Best Actor. The film itself became a landmark in the crime genre, forever leaving its mark on cinematic history. Over the following years, Hackman continued to showcase his versatility with a diverse range of roles. He worked with Francis Ford Coppola in The Conversation, 1974, a psychological thriller that received an Oscar nomination for Best Picture. His performance in the film is still regarded as one of the finest of his career. He also starred alongside Al Pacino in Scarecrow, a heartfelt story about friendship that further demonstrated his acting depth. One of Hackman's most memorable roles came in 1978 when he took on the character of Lex Luthor in Superman. His portrayal of the cunning, yet charismatic villain added a layer of humor and intelligence to the role, making Lex Luthor one of the most iconic antagonists in cinematic history. Hackman's ability to bring depth and personality to even the most traditionally one-dimensional characters was a testament to his unmatched talent and presence on screen. Though a legend on screen, Gene Hackman was not immune to the passage of time and the health challenges that came with it. In 1990, at the age of 60, he underwent a coronary angioplasty to prevent a potential heart attack. According to a report by United Press International (UPI), Dr. Herbert Samler stated that Hackman was treated just in time, narrowly avoiding a major cardiac event. After more than 40 years of dedication to cinema and dozens of iconic films, Hackman decided to retire from acting in 2004, primarily due to health concerns. In an interview with Empire, he revealed that his doctors advised him to avoid working in high-stress environments because of his heart condition. From that point on, he led a quiet life in New Mexico, enjoying peaceful days with his wife, Betsy Arakawa. Even though he stepped away from Hollywood, Hackman continued to nurture his passion for storytelling through writing. He co-authored 3 historical novels with archaeologist Daniel Lanahan and also wrote several books in the mystery and Western genres. Writing comes with a different kind of pressure, Hackman once shared. It's something you can control because you work alone. There's no entire film crew waiting on you to perform. Gene Hackman. In addition to his heart issues, Hackman was involved in an accident in 2012 when he was struck by a car while riding his bicycle in Islamorada, Florida. Florida Highway Patrol told CNN that Hackman, who was 81 at the time, was not wearing a helmet when a pickup truck hit the back of his bike. He was airlifted to a trauma center in Miami. However, Hackman's spokesperson later told Reuters that the incident was not as serious as it seemed, and that he was flown to the hospital only because the area was an island. Hackman suffered only minor scrapes and was discharged after a few days. Was the death of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, due to natural causes? What do you think about this case? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found the content interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Click on the next video on your screen to stay updated on the latest stories about your favorite celebrities. See you next time.